We begin tonight, keeping them honest, with some simple questions that took on new urgency today with late developments and breaking news on the president's choice to run the Department of Veterans Affairs, second in size only to the Pentagon. If the president hires only the best people, why aren't they still on the job? Why have so many left the administration? Why are others serving under ethical clouds? Why are some facing so much difficulty getting confirmed? Rear Admiral Ronnie Jackson met with the president late today. The White House physician is facing allegations from whistleblowers of excessive drinking, improperly dispensing prescription drugs, and creating a toxic work environment. Allegations being investigated by the Republican-controlled Senate committee handling his nomination, which has suspended hearings on it. And that's on top of longstanding bipartisan concerns that Rear Admiral Jackson has no experience running large organizations, which the VA certainly is, more than 300,000 employees working there. Yet with all that, sources tell us he is not bowing out, not tonight at least, and that the White House is gearing up to defend him, releasing testimonials from Presidents Obama and George W. Bush. In a moment, a senator of the Veterans Affairs Committee joins us. We'll certainly ask him about the larger question that this nomination brings to light. How does a president who champions extreme vetting of foreigners not even do basic vetting of people responsible for multi-billion-dollar agencies or the country's national security? How does what we've seen again and again over the last year and a half square with the promise the president made again and again during the campaign?
We're going to make America great again. We're going to use our best people.
I'm going to get the best people.
We're going to deliver. We're going to get the best people in the world.
We don't want people that are B level, C level, D level. We have to get our absolute best.
We're going to use our smartest and our best. We're not using political hacks anymore.
It's a sophisticated chess match, but I have the best people lined up.
You need people that are truly, truly capable. We have to get the best people.
We have to get the best people. Statements don't come much plainer than that, nor promises. Yet time and time again, the record shows this president has failed to live up to the pledge. In fact, when you look back on the last year and a half, a pattern emerges of the president making bad personnel choices and paying the price for it. And by bad, we're not talking here about policy or even political choices. That's what elections are for, to endorse or reject a given political agenda. No, by bad, we mean undisclosed conflicts of interest bad. Former Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price, for example, the best people. Alleged corruption bad. EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt, the best people. Poor judgment bad. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and his wife, who Instagrammed a picture of leaving their taxpayer-funded government jet, bragging about the designer brands Mrs. Mnuchin was wearing. The best people. Accused spousal abuse bad. That would be fired White House Staff Secretary Rob Porter. The best people. Or even felony indictment bad. National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and campaign chairman Paul Manafort. This administration has seen all of the above, and critics say brought most of it on itself. Take Dr. Jackson. Earlier today, before meeting with him this evening, President Trump all but showed him the door.
What is he needed for? To be abused by a bunch of politicians that aren't thinking nicely about our country? I really don't think personally he should do it, but it's totally his. I would stand behind him. Totally his decision.
The president said he was not aware of the allegations against Dr. Jackson. The question, of course, is why. Our sources tell us there was no vetting at all, none. Call it extreme non-vetting, if you will. So the question is, how did Rear Admiral Jackson get the job? Well, as we and others have reported, the president was impressed by his press conference, the one where he talked about just how incredibly healthy the president is.
He has a lot of energy and a lot of stamina. Hands down, there's no question that he is in the excellent range from a cardiac standpoint. His overall health is excellent. His heart exam, like I said, I think was in the excellent category for his age and sex. I think he will remain fit for duty for the remainder of this term and even for the remainder of another term if he's elected.
Can you explain to me how a guy who eats McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicks and all those Diet Cokes and who never exercises is in as good a shape as you say he's in?
It's called genetics. I don't know. It's some people have just great genes. I would say the answer to your question is he has incredibly good genes, and it's just the way God made him.
So Dr. Jackson heaped praise on his patient, yet as CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta pointed out at the time, he described symptoms in the president of heart disease while calling him, as you heard, excellent from a cardiac standpoint. So at the very least, he said medically questionable things. He certainly said flattering things, and he looked good on TV, which counts for a lot with the president, the best people. The president chose Scott Pruitt to slash EPA regulations. However, lately he's been making headlines for a variety of conflicts of interest and alleged corruption, some of which dates back to before his appointment but did not prevent him from getting the job. The supposedly best people have been hired and fired at a brutal clip. Rarely has the phrase serving at the pleasure of the president been taken quite so literally, and rarely or never have hiring decisions come with so seemingly little preparation.